Hello and welcome to Awakening the Mystic Within. I'm Julia Anastasiou, your guide, mystic, and seeker on the path. Today we step together into the turning of the wheel of the year, into the threshold of Autumn Equinox, also known as Mabon. This is the moment of equal night, when day and darkness stand as mirrors of one another, when balance holds us before we enter the descent. Take a deep breath with me now. Feel your body soften and arrive. Sense your feet upon the earth, your spine tall and rooted, your crown open to the sky. We enter this sacred listening space as a circle across time and distance, gathered in reverence for balance, harvest, and the embrace of the Great Mother. I call upon the directions, the elements, and the wisdom of the unseen ones. May the East bring us clarity and the promise of dawn. May the South ignite our ripeness and courage. May the West carry us into the waters of release and intuition. And may the North ground us in strength and continuity. Above us, the vast heavens, and beneath us, the fertile soil. At the centre, our own hearts, steady and luminous. The equinox is a hinge of the year, a sacred pause between light and shadow. From here the days begin to shorten, and we are led into the darker, more lunar half of the year. The word equinox comes from the Latin, equus meaning equal and nox meaning night. It marks the moment when day and night are almost equal length across the earth. For a brief pause, the world is held in balance before the tilt of the earth carries us further into either light or shadow. And as the earth leans into darkness in this season, we too are invited to reflect on where balance is being called for us in our lives, where the scales might be dipping, where harmony longs to be restored, where we are asking to walk more gently between the worlds of action and rest, doing and being, outer service and inner renewal. This season is sometimes called Mabon, a name drawn from Welsh myth. Mabon ab Madron, the divine youth, was stolen from his mother at birth and later restored from the depths of darkness. His mother Madron, the Great Mother, embodies both the grief of loss and the promise of return. Together their story reminds us that descent is never the end, is always a threshold of renewal. At this time, our ancestors gathered the second harvest. Apples, grains, roots, and fruits were brought in to sustain the long winter. The apple, fruit of the goddess, carries within its heart a hidden star. The pomegranate, sacred to Persephone, bursts with ruby seeds that are both binding and liberating, descent and promise. These fruits speak of the balance of the season, offering both sweetness and mystery, both harvest and surrender. And beyond the veil, Avalon, the Isle of Apples, calls to us. The orchard of the goddess whispers that wisdom is always hidden in plain sight, waiting for us to taste and remember. So if you wish, pause here and gather an apple or a pomegranate to your side. Light a candle, letting its flame steady you. Speak out loud one gratitude for what you have harvested this year. Speak also one truth about what you're ready to release into the fertile soil of your life. Feel this as a sacred act, a ritual of harvest and balance. Now close your eyes and let us walk together in vision. See yourself standing on the edge of a quiet lake at twilight. The air is cool, scented with earth and fallen leaves. A mist softly curls along the water, veiling the horizon. In the distance, you glimpse an isle, faint and shimmering, as if between worlds. This is Avalon, the Apple Isle, the Isle of Apples, the hidden place of wisdom, and the orchard of the goddess. You step into a small boat waiting at the shore. Each pull of the oar carries you further from the known and closer to the mystery. The mist thickens, the sounds of the outer world fade, and you are wrapped in silence, expectancy, and the turning of the season. At last, the boat touches the shore. You step onto rich, fertile earth. Before you rises an orchard of apple trees, heavy with fruit. Their branches arc overhead like a cathedral, and the ground beneath you glows with fallen leaves of gold and crimson. Walk slowly between the trees. Notice the fruit, some ripe and shining, some already fallen, feeding the soil. Hear the hush of the orchard, broken only by the rustle of leaves and the quiet beat of your own heart. At the center of the grove stands a figure, cloaked in the colors of autumn. Her presence radiates warmth and gravity. This is Madron, the Great Mother. Her eyes hold the sorrow of loss and the promise of renewal. She welcomes you with open arms. In her hands, she carries an apple. She places it into yours. With reverence, you hold the fruit, its skin cool and fragrant. She guides you to cut it open across its middle, not from stem to root, but side to side. As the apple parts in your hands, you see revealed a hidden star. 5 points shine from its heart like a flower of light. This star is the mirror of your own being, arms and legs outstretched, head lifted in spirit. It is the balance of the 5 elements within you: earth, water, fire, air, and spirit. The sigil of the goddess, the rose-shaped path of Venus traced across the heavens. It is the secret wisdom of Avalon. Hold the apple star to your heart. Feel its light shine into you, reminding you that even in descent, your inner radiance is eternal. Modron leans close and whispers, "You are never lost in the dark. Every seed carries the promise of return. Trust the balance. Trust the cycle. Trust yourself." Allow her words and the image of the star to echo through your being. Now take a moment to wander the orchard with this gift in hand. Perhaps you sit beneath a tree, leaning back against its trunk. Perhaps you taste the apple, its sweetness awakening your senses. Perhaps you simply rest in silence, allowing the orchard itself to bless you. Stay here for a few breaths, receiving whatever wisdom arises. When you're ready, return to Mabon. Offer her your gratitude, knowing she is always with you through every harvest, every descent, and every return. You walk back through the orchard, the mist gathers once more, and you return to the boat that carries you back across the water. As you reach the far shore, you turn for one last glimpse of Avalon, its orchard glowing like a lantern in the mist. Take a deep breath and begin to return to your body, carrying with you the star of wisdom, the blessing of Mabon, and the balance of this season. And as you come back, I invite you to take pen and paper, or simply hold these reflections in your heart. Where in my life is balance being called for? What am I ready to release into the dark soil? What seed of wisdom or sweetness will I carry into the months ahead? So, beloved one, we have walked through the orchard of Avalon and sat with the Great Mother. We have tasted the fruits of wisdom, both apple and pomegranate, both balance and descent. As we close, I offer you this blessing. May Mabon hold you in her eternal embrace. May Persephone's seeds remind you that descent always carries the promise of return. May the Maga, sovereign and wild, guide you with courage and grace. And may the waters of the season flow into every hidden place, bringing renewal, release, and healing. Beloved one, thank you for walking with me through this equinox threshold. May the balance of light and shadow guide your steps in the weeks to come. May the wisdom of the apple star and the embrace of Mabon continue to illuminate your path. If you have been nourished by this episode, I invite you to share it with a friend, a sister, or a circle that's seeking deeper connection to the turning of the wheel. These transmissions are meant to ripple outward, weaving a web of remembrance. To stay connected, you can subscribe to my newsletter, where I share sacred teachings, practices, and invitations of upcoming circles and events. This is Julia Anastasiou, and you have been listening to Awakening the Mystic Within.